Greetings, Earthlings.
Hey guys.
This is a video in response to a very famous video that you may have heard of by, what's his name? Hen23 Bored. Recently, this is a news update in case you do not follow the channel strenuously enough. However, this is a news update. Recently, there was a very disturbing post made about how there might be an end to the account of Hen23 Bored.
And as we all know, that would be an incredibly great shame.
Also, not just because of the lack of artistic talent that would be gone, but because of a recent episode you may have seen, which actually discussed the closing of this YouTube account, which actually said that the McLaughlin brothers would no longer air, and they actually left us hanging on a very interesting interview about Vaughn. Now, you may have heard of the McLaughlin brothers, Henry, William, and the tiger, Mr. McLaughlin.
So there's three of them. Which makes them the third.
A trifecta of awesome. Now,
I like this peanut butter.
we like to be prepared for the zombie apocalypse, or perhaps the cockroach apocalypse, which is much more likely. Anyway, moving right along, they were in the middle of a very important episode on the interview of Vaughn. Vaughn, who has become my personal posse/stalker. I've seen him like 4 times today. It's kind of frightening. He crossed the street without waiting for the cross signal. And then he made fun of me as I was standing there with my Time magazine waiting for the cross signal to turn. Maybe that's where my Time magazine went. Maybe it left with Vaughn.
Possibilities.
Back to the matter at hand. So, Samir, Vaughn, and the tiger, Henry, William, and McLaughlin, as you might know them, were in the middle of this, and the interview was actually getting a little bit dry before it was rudely interrupted and abandoned. I do not like abandoned interviews. I think there was really a depth and just the plumbing of human psyche was going to happen in that interview. It was dank, man. Now, an interview with Vaughn, it had to be said. So it was getting a little dry because they were only switching, readers every other syllable. And I was getting bored between syllable changes. I propose that every other vowel sound should be read by a different person.
I second that motion.
We are unable to demonstrate due to the lack of appropriate reading material at present. However,
her Time magazine walked away.
It was really tragic. However, we would definitely like to see Henry and William pursue this matter in full detail, because we were promised a remake of the video, which has yet to appear. We will soon occupy Henry's room.
You're second.
There will be protests and signs and gas masks. Also, you may have noticed that our title has a very strong, very dominant, non-prime number. The number 32 is divisible by 2, and 16, and 8, and 4, which are all actually squares, cubes, or the 4 to 4th power things of 2, which makes it beautiful. Oh, and 5th power, as my Asian roommate points out. Hey! That's her bear. We would also like to point out that it would be a great loss to society if the gesturing with the numbers was ever lost, because honestly, how efficient is that? To be able to say 2, 1, 2. Do you see how efficient this is? This is incredible. For people who cannot count, this is a breakthrough.
3.
Cockroach Apocalypse Preparation Guide. We also have them in spring flavor. We made a list of things to talk about, but I think we've actually reached the end of our list.
No!
We have not?
This is a really important message. It's about self-confidence.
Oh, that's right.
Which you have to have self-confidence in yourself. You can't have it in other people because then it's not self-confidence. It's self-other people confidence. So, if you don't take anything else away from this video, please take away the message that self-confidence in yourself is crucial to survival.
This message is especially geared at the 18 to 25-year-old crowd and the more serious, responsible 35 to 45 crowd.
And 17.
I have no idea what that means. Also, don't listen to the evil mustaches. They are bad news. Thank you! Goodbye, Earthlings.
See ya!